everyone and welcome to HR Crest. This is Kaushik here. Reading is always a very good habit and I always believe that you should be an avid reader, provided you are actually not looking for a job. But when it comes to reading, you should be reading it religiously. But here brings a question today, that is a point of discussion today. It's all about, if I have not read any book in my life, what would I do at the time of interview? So I call a principle called quick fix. It is for those who somehow actually did not get time to read a book properly, or you ignored reading in your life, and then you know that the very obvious question could be at the time of your interview, which could be perhaps the most important interview in your life, that do you read books? Don't be afraid. If you have not read, you can always start any day because you are never late. But let's say a company is going to come to the campus and tomorrow you have your interview. I have got a quick solution before you get fixed in the interview. So the solution is all about identify your area of interest, which are areas you love the most. Second, it could be the book you should choose which is related to management. Ideally it should be related to management if you are a management student. And if you have not read a book, if you don't have any idea also, I would suggest that you straight away walk into your good shop. It could be Crossword or Landmark or wherever you go, depending on where you stay, and then you find out the bestsellers, or go to the management section and try to pick some good authors. So the principle would remain like 15 top books or the bestsellers you pick and take a note, and also do note the name of the authors. Then what you can do is, straight away once you have got to know about names of those books, you come back, go to a search engine and try to find out the excerpts of the book, or you can call it a gist or summary. The moment you have got to know about the name of the book and the author, quickly go through the excerpts and summary, which will ensure that you at least know something about the book, and at least if you have got somewhat idea about what the book is all about and who has written it, and also what the book has to say, end of the day, you are better off. If you do and follow this principle, you are at least in a position to answer a very simple question that might come to your way at the time of interview, and it goes like this: do you read? If you say, of course I do, and then the very obvious question and next question could be, what are books have you read? So anyways, when you have done your research on 15 books that you just picked up from a bookstore or let's say from the internet, you can say, I have read these books of late. Second question could be very obvious: could you please tell me something about the authors of the book? You can give always some idea because you have just done it overnight or probably a day prior to the interview. And then out of those 15 books, the interviewer might ask you, which is your favorite book? So you can always say the book that probably you found it to be the easiest and area of your interest. You can say ABC is my favorite book. And then again a question which would be very prevalent to you: what did you learn having read the book? So your answer could be then straight away the excerpts that you have referred to. You can simply speak those out, and I'm very sure of that even the interviewer will definitely get impressed, because you are in a position to answer with some good command over your language and confidence, because you have done a great job of doing your homework, of referring to those excerpts of the book. So these are some quick fix I call, if you don't want to get fixed at the time of your interview. And if you have not been reading, I would always say you start reading, and you should always try to finish at least one book a month. This is what exactly should be done by every individual, and if you are a postgraduate student. But if you have not been doing and if you have not done, this is a quick fix tip I would say you can follow, so that you can do very well if this question comes to your way. To know more about how to read, what to read, and which all books you should pick from the stand, you can always visit www.hrcrest.com. Keep watching. Thank you so much.